traffic in New York City making its way back and forth between Manhattan and the... And let's go.
Hey, Kevin. Well,
David, thank you. From G League player to All-Star in short time.
And how lucky is this team to have a player like AI on it?
Well, we're around the halfway point now, Doris. Some clubs are obviously in a rebuild mode, but it can be hard for many team owners to accept that and accept that path they're on.
Well, when you've been the guy to make that financial investment, there can be a little bit of impatience because one of your responsibilities is keep people in the seats. You've got to pay the bills. What you have to do is you make clear to the fans the vision that they have. If you make it clear, Kev, maybe they can sort of embrace the rebuild and celebrate the step-by-step progress.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls opening lineup. Dunn and Levine are the guard set. And down low, it's Markkanen and Carter. And it's Allen in at the small forward. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Allen's got the first points up on the board for the Bulls.
And as the offseason approaches, AI will be receiving a lot of suitors for his services. No doubt he'll be one of the hottest names in free agency.
And you know, Greg, you can't help but be happy for AI. Think back to where he started from, playing his way into the league. Just a fantastic story for him. Carroll against Dunn. Shot from 12. Here's Carter. And Allen with the block. And they'll keep possession. And the shot goes down. Here is Russell. A 26-point game for him in the win against Denver. The pass to LeVert. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Here's Russell with the three. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, it's important that D'Angelo Russell keep making shots from deep. This is an aspect of his game he's starting to sharpen.
Outside, Levine. Here's Allen, and slam dunk by Allen.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Russell against Dunn. Russell kicks to Carroll. Lays it up and banks it in.
When Russell gets his teammates involved, it makes this entire team better, and it'll make him more effective at the point position.
Allen outside. And it's Markkanen, top of the key. Back to Allen. And Allen slams it in. Well, Greg, fans were asking for it, and the NBA delivered. It was announced that AI will be a part of the dunk contest at All-Star Weekend.
And with the way AI comes up with those highlight reel dunks every game, it seems, you had to put him in the contest. If he wasn't a part of the festivities, everyone would second-guess the validity of the dunk contest.
Dunn passes to Markkanen. He kicks it to Allen. Over Russell. Allen's shot is off.
Boy, I'll tell you, he has plenty of space, but it looked like a little bit of a hitch in that release.
It's stolen by Allen. The feed to Dunn. Tries from 10, and the jumper is good.
Boy, how much do you appreciate Chris Dunn working hard inside to come away with these easy interior buckets?
Russell looking around. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Things get clearer and clearer as we move through this season. And as we move into February, here is a look now at the top rookies around the NBA. So many great young stars. Well, you look at Allen. Well, he's shown he's a force as we move along in the meat of the season, sitting pretty at that #1 spot now, and it's his race to lose.
And this is just a special, special player. No question he should be favored for the Rookie of the Year award at this point.
I'll tell you, it's one of the brightest starts to a career that I can remember. He's certainly well positioned for that award.
Now here's Levine. He's tightly guarded. Back to Allen. Shoots over Carroll. Puts it up from 7. That's good from Allen on the assist by Levine. Allen's got 8.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Russell against Dunn. LeVert the pass to Carroll. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. A nice shot by LeVert.
Well, Karis LeVert can fill it up from anywhere, but this guy is a terrific mid-range scorer.
Karis LeVert, a player who executives knew had potential, Doris, but they were scared away on draft day.
Yeah, I think, Kevin, the 3 foot surgeries early in the career had a toll on that. But let's remember, the Nets took a chance, and he has more than shown with the ceiling he has what a good decision that was.
Knocked loose. Stolen by Carter. Pass to Levine. Dishes to Allen. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got 3 assists now in this one. Nets trail by 3. So for Chicago right now, Dunn and Levine are the guard set. And down low, it's Markkanen and Carter. And it's Allen in at the 3 spot. Now we've seen players take the social media, Clark, to campaign for a spot on that all-star roster. Do you like that tactic?
No, I don't. I'm not a huge fan of self-promotion. I understand the benefit of it, and certainly the social media platforms give everybody a chance to have a voice for whatever they'd like to have a voice for or on. But I like the old traditional way. I love the fans having a say in it, but I like the fact that coaches carry the most weight in selecting the all-star.
Totally agree.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Yeah, these teams evenly matched, Greg, trading hits and refusing to give up any advantage.
Outside, Levine. Allen outside. To the middle, and stolen by Russell. To the paint. Here's LeVert, and it goes down 2 points. LeVert's got 6 points.
You never pass for the sake of passing. You wait until the defense commits. Russell does that, finds the open man nicely.
Now here's Markkanen. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And stolen by Russell. In transition, here come the Nets. Russell's running, and again it's Brooklyn converting.
Defense has no answer for him. I mean, none. They look completely lost. He's been on fire.
In the corner, it's Levine. Back to Allen. And it's Kenneth Faried with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Nets, Davis comes in for Kenneth Faried. And Dinwiddie subbed in for LeVert. Jabari Parker's checked in for the Bulls. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Allen. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got his 4th assist in this one. Last outing for the Nets. They won that game against the Nuggets.
And facing an opponent that they really weren't expected to beat. I was really happy to see that they showed no intimidation at all.
Greg, as a player, think about it. How often did you look at what the odds makers said? All you did, and I did, and other guys did, was get between the lines and focus on playing the game, and that's what they did. They just went out there and got it done.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
So for the Nets, Harris is checked in for DeMarre Carroll. And it's Allen Crabbe in for D'Angelo Russell. Then for the Bulls, Bobby Portis comes in for Carter. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Chris Dunn. Here's Dinwiddie. He's coming off a 13-point game against Denver.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off him.
Now here's Allen. The lead is 2. Nobody near Parker. They get it back. Portis kicks to Allen. Back to Portis. Just 5 on the clock. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Portis has got his first basket of the night.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Now here's Crabbe. 8 points his last outing. Harris outside. Back to Crabbe. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Portis.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball, bringing it up now for the Nets. They trail by 6. Davis in the corner. Kicks it to Crabbe. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. Crabbe's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Chicago leading by 3. Bean passes to Allen. Back to Levine. Kane looking around. The pass to Allen. Portis against Allen. Levine hits the front of the rim and out.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
Well, it's been a long time coming for Nets fans, but starting this offseason, Brooklyn will actually own their own draft pick. Chicago's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Russell and LeVert in the backcourt. Kenneth Faried is out there with DeMarre Carroll. And it's Davis at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Boy, I tell you what, Dunn does a little bit of everything out there. A stat sheet stuffer for sure. He scores it, he passes it well, and he also gets to the glass from his position.
Certain guys just make it look effortless. And Clark, I'm sure you would have a nice list of some of the smoother operators, smoothest scorers in the league now.
Yeah, there's only one guy at the top of it for me. I mean, I love a lot of guys, and there are a number of guys that put up big numbers. But when you talk about uniqueness, size, agility, touch, range, KD is where it stops.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just been nobody quite like him. George Gervin comes to mind because of a similar build, but the Iceman was 6'7", maybe 6'8". KD is pushing 7 feet tall and just a tad more athletic. I mean, I just don't know if we've got a more lethal, smoother scorer than him.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Pelicans lit up the floor. He finished with 63 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, guys. Could you believe that performance? Wow.
I mean, it was really something to see. I mean, he showed everybody just how special he is when he is on his game.
Greg, something really stoked his fire. Man, there was no holding him back. And when a player is that locked in, you just got to sit back and enjoy the ride.
Nets trail by 9. Outside, Russell. To the inside. And the dunk by Faried.
Those quick feet of his allow him to get out of the screen extremely fast. Faried, difficult to stay with in the screen and roll.
Dunn kicks to Carter. Back to Dunn. Allen passes to Markkanen. Back to Allen. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Levine inside the three-point line. They get it again. Dunn outside. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Dunn's got 9 points in the quarter.
Boy, how about Chris Dunn getting the ball in a great spot, making the deep attempt look elementary.
And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Nets making a switch here. Harris has checked in. And here is Faried. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Chicago with the ball.
Talk about bringing it. And you see why Levine's been a hard, tough out in the slam dunk contest. Has a natural ability to entertain the audience, and that bounce and athleticism certainly doesn't hurt either.
Here's LeVert, guarded by Levine. Shot clock at 6. Out to Russell from past the arc. Chicago grabs the miss. They traveled to Brooklyn last time they faced the Nets, and they came away with a win.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
Very satisfying performance, Greg, and one they'll look to repeat tonight. They ended up winning it going away.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Early on, guys, excellent work on the boards here. I mean, you got to like those second chance points they're getting.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Timeout called the Nets. We've seen AI really making a difference here.
Now, he is on a major roll today. This timeout was desperately needed. They've got to come up with a new game plan designed to shut him down.
Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. A look at Chicago. What a run they've had this year, in first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding. And checking out Brooklyn, they're 5 spots away.
And, you know, for the Bulls, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
And the credit belongs to them for what they did and didn't do during the offseason. I mean, they had a vision, they set it out, and they've stayed true to it.
And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Fareed. Levine dishes to Carter. Allen left side. Over Harris. It's hauled in by Harris. Net shooting at 52% for the field. They're clicking. LeVert the pass to Russell. No good with the triple.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do. And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. 1:32 left in the second quarter. Harris against Allen.
Oof, ugly second quarter for him, and now I think he's starting to really force the issue.
You know, Fareed is a highly energetic player who takes good shots. I like to see him improve on his defense moving forward.
And Kenneth Fareed, an outstanding performance with Team USA in 2014. But, Greg, his minutes have gone down in recent seasons.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great rebounder. He's got all the athleticism you need, but he's not a shooter or a big-time defender. In today's game, you need your big man to do at least one of those two.
Allen surveying the D. Clock at 6. Markkanen kicks to Allen. Carter inside the three-point line. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Nets trail by 13. LeVert the pass to Russell. Here's LeVert. Dunn covering. Back to Russell. Stolen by Allen. For the finish. And then Levine with the jam.
You know what you like about Levine as a finisher? I mean, he can go straight to the rack, pop out to the three, and can do everything in between as well.
LeVert the pass to Fareed. Here's LeVert. Back to Fareed. Harris, right side. He kicks to Fareed. Outside, Russell. Launches it. Chicago grabs the miss. Levine wide open. And so it's Chicago. Their lead at 50. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter, just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Really an incredible game from AI.
You know, and as effective as he was at slashing to the hoop in that first half, even better at finishing once he got there.
Guys, we saw some amazing dunks from him. I can't imagine he'll be able to top those in these last 2 quarters, but I'd love to see him try.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for Chicago right now, and down low, it's Markkanen and Carter. Dunn and Levine are the guard set. And it's Allen in at the small forward position. Dunn against Russell. Faried up top. Here's LeVert. Allen outside. Carroll, no one around him. And it's off from three-point range.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Russell kicks to Faried. Nets passing it around. Allen. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 5 assists tonight.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, just a real lack of aggressiveness there right now. I mean, can't give up these types of layups to begin the quarter, Greg. I mean, that's a no-no. Major dominance, and it comes so easily for him. Fantastic at getting to his spots on the floor.
Faried outside. Down low. And Allen with the block. Dunn right side. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Kenneth Faried. Clark, you had a tremendous college career, excluding yourself. Give me the best NBA player from your alma mater.
Wow. I would probably lean towards Jerry Lucas as the best player coming out of Ohio State. And then you look at his pro career, it was pretty solid as well. I thought Herb Williams had a fantastic and long pro career. John Havlicek maybe would rise to the level of the best NBA player of the group that came out of Ohio State. Jim Jackson is another name. Evan Turner still playing. But I think John Havlicek probably in longevity, championships, Hall of Fame stature. I think he may be the best NBA bucket.
I'm going to put Clark Kellogg in there, too.
Oh, I didn't play long enough. Didn't play long enough.
The Bulls have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
Crabs checked in for the Nets. Timeout called the Nets. Let's take this moment to bring you a leaderboard featuring a very well-rounded group, the top rebounding small forwards in the NBA the last 10 games. You look at Allen, one of the game's best, second in the league.
And maybe they're not the biggest or strongest players in the front court, but that hasn't limited their ability to get in there and mix it up and come up with a lot of rebounds night in and night out.
I think you got to look at their athleticism. I mean, they make up for all the size and bulk they may give away to the post specialists, and really, that's how they're able to compete in there. Athleticism gives them an edge.
Now here's Levine. He's guarded closely. Allen outside, pass to Carter. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
All right, a chance to look at numbers for Russell. He's been a factor for them over the last month, putting up about 22 points per, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
Crab from long range. Brooklyn gets it back in a new shot clock, and he trims the lead to single digits. 6 points for Davis.
And that's exactly why you got to box him out, because when you don't, that's what happens. He burns you on the glass.
Done outside. Now Allen. He's got 24. Carter at the elbow. Out to the wing. Allen kicks to Dunn. Back to Allen. Over Crabb. Allen's shot is off.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Russell inside. Dunn covering. The 10-footer. But they'll get another chance. Russell against Dunn. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Carter's got his 4th rebound in this one. Levine kicks to Allen. And Allen slams it in.
Kevin, I like what Levine showed there, not getting so locked in to his own offense. Keeps his head up, finds the open man.
Here's Dinwiddie, guarded by Levine. Kept alive, pass to Dinwiddie. Back to Davis. Passes it to Dinwiddie. Over Levine. Off the left rim and out. The Bulls leading by 10. And it's Chicago scoring again.
You know, if you're guarding Levine, Kevin, you have to respect how quickly he can catch and elevate. I mean, this guy can bounce like he's on a trampoline.
Russell finds Crabb. It's Allen on the wing, defended by Carter. Allen passes to Crabb. Pulls up on the wing. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Timeout called, the Nets.
And clearly, he's in a lot of pain. They call time, and the trainer's going to get a chance to go out and check him over.
There's a check in for D'Angelo Russell. Then for the Bulls, Denzel Valentine comes in for Carter. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Dunn. Here's Dinwiddie. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And, you know, Spencer Dinwiddie appeared to come out of nowhere. Played in college at Colorado, got hurt right before he was drafted. But he's an outstanding competitor who does all of the little things it takes to win. I mean, you watch him play, and it's easy to see why he earns a coach's trust on the floor.
And it's Allen with the jam.
And, guys, this is the blueprint for winning on the road. How about the level of focus on each and every possession?
Yeah, it's actually palpable, isn't it, Greg? I mean, you can feel it. Every single one of these guys locked in, playing for each other. And that's why they're up.
That's his first personal foul.
Chicago leading by 15. And for Dinwiddie, he has the sound fundamentals coaches love. Got an invite to the skills competition last season.
Yeah, he's fluid, but he's almost robotic in that he doesn't waste any movement, and that's a compliment for this guy. I mean, he's not really flashy, but super effective because he knows his game, and he does a nice job blending in with his teammates.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Parker's checked in for Valentine. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Bulls.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end. And everything they're attempting is going in. Tremendous run here in the third.
And a much-needed run, too, Greg. I mean, they've turned it up a notch, really taking over now.
Davis dishes to Dinwiddie, and Zach Levine gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Bobby Portis is checked in for Chicago. Cameron Payne comes in for Levine. Davis kicks to Crabb. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Crabb's got 8 points.
Allen Crabb, so good at catching the defense off guard. You've got to be up on him at all times.
It's Allen with the drive. Payne finds Allen. Portis against Allen. 6 to shoot. And that one's good. Parker, he has 6.
and they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Dinwiddie passes to Harris. And stolen by Portis. Down low. Allen kicks to Portis. And Allen with the block. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Harris dishes to Dinwiddie. Free throw line jump shot. The shot comes out, so the Bulls will take it the other way.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring. And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
Hey, that's a big piece of the pie when you're talking about winning basketball, fast break points. I mean, because most of the time, those are easy hoops.
On the wing, Harris. Defended by Allen. Davis. There's the pass to Dinwiddie. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That'll be his second foul of the game. Brooklyn making some changes. Damari Carroll comes in for Ed Davis. And it's LeVert in for Crabbe. And a change for the Bulls. Levine's checked in. Here's LeVert, guarded by Holiday. Here's Allen, using his post move to get the 2 points. Allen's got 4 this quarter.
You know, even though he's been on, they still are behind. I mean, there's only so much he can do.
To the paint, tipped away. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Let's see what the Brooklyn Nets have coming up. On Monday, they'll be facing Kawhi Leonard and the Toronto Raptors. Then on Wednesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And looking at the Blazers matchup, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Well, he's definitely a work in progress when you look at Parker's game from behind the arc. But still, you've got to get a hand in his face from out there.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Here's LeVert, guarded by Levine. Shot clock at 6. Harris misses. Got a piece of it. Allen finds Holiday. Another 3 for Chicago.
And since they've come out of halftime, they've been extremely poised and very efficient.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, certainly a step up from the first half. They're more engaged, more focused here in this second half, and they're getting good results.
Here's LeVert. 8 points for him. And it's Carroll in the corner. From the arc. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
You know, he's been off so far, Kevin, but there's still time. I mean, he just needs to settle it down, idle it down a little bit, and try to contribute as much as he can on the offense within himself.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
As well he should, Greg. I mean, he always is looking to score the ball, even more so when he's hot. I like the mindset.
Dinwiddie, sweet little floater. Dinwiddie's got 7 now in this quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Holiday, the pass to Levine. Here's Allen over Harris. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one. Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Fareed is checked in. Dunn, he's checked in for Chicago. Carroll passes to LeVert. Here's Dinwiddie. He has 7. In the corner, it's Harris. For the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Harris has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Chicago. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. inside, stolen by Fareed. Here's Dinwiddie. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. And that'll be so for the Nets. Allen's checked in for Reed. Davis comes in for DeMarre Carroll. And Krabs subbed in for Harris. Carter, he's checked in for Chicago. Allen comes in for Jabari Parker. To the middle. Here's Allen. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got 5 assists in the game. Nets trail by 18. Russell and LeVert in the backcourt. Allen Crabbe out there with Davis, and it's Allen in at the center. So that's the Nets 5. Here's LeVert, guarded by Levine. Just 4 to shoot. Carter with the block.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
You know, there's always this debate, Clark. Could the best teams 20 years ago beat the best teams of today?
I think there would be some compelling matchups, and I think you would find winners on both sides from different eras. I really do. It's hard to compare just because of the difference in eras and periods, but really good championship teams typically could handle most teams in the current era. I believe that in all sports. So compelling matchups, and I do think some teams from a couple of decades ago could handle some of the teams that we see winning championships now.
Oh, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Down against Russell. And stolen by Dunn. Allen drives in. Rebound, Brooklyn. Allen's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Here's LeVert, guarded by Levine. To the paint. Here's Allen. And he banks in the layup.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Dunn kicks to Carter. Pass to Allen. Shoots over Carroll. Another one falls for Chicago.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
LeVert the pass to Russell. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Russell's got 12 points in just the second half. Chicago leading by 20. Dunn kicks to Carter. He dishes it to Allen. Levine feeling it out a bit. Takes a 3. And the Bulls another 3.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And, Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them. And as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
Here's Russell. Carter pulls it in.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Russell kicks to Davis. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's LeVert. Carter with the block. Now here's Dunn. Pass to Allen. Carter at the elbow. It's stolen by Carroll. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Russell with a wide open look. From the top of the key, he buries it. Russell's got 10 points in the quarter.
Strong hands, a good athlete, smart at the defensive end. Carroll pretty good at stealing the ball away.
And DeMarre Carroll is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. We're hearing more players and coaches express their political beliefs, their social concerns, trying to, in a positive way, affect change, Clark.
And Kevin, I applaud it. respect it, admire it, and can't get enough of it. As long as players and coaches are well informed about that, which they talk about, and most of the NBA guys are. And I think it's important that wherever we are in life that we use our platforms to express our views. That's part of what being a citizen of this country is about. So I don't think you necessarily compartmentalize your life. If there are issues that are dear to you, that you want to speak out on and educate yourself about, then you use your platform for that purpose while performing your job, which just happens to be playing NBA basketball or coaching NBA basketball.
And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That's his first foul. There's Crabbe with a three.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Chicago.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
And in this era of great parity, boy, it takes a lot to sweep an opponent in 4 straight games, but that's exactly how they finished off their season series here tonight against Brooklyn.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Allen.
And, you know, he was really important today, integral, taking and making shots time and time again.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
As long as required, Greg. I mean, you can tell they want to put this thing to bed.
And there's the feed to Fareed. Passes to Crabbe. Lets the three fly. Latrey drains the three-pointer.
You must chase Crabbe off the three-point line because he's very effective at scoring from there.
To the inside, Payne. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
No doubt about it, partner, but unfortunately, the flip side of that coin, the drive home for the hometown fans, going to be rather flat.
Russell from long range. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for